the #1 motivational speaker under 40 in the world. Got 1 billion views.
Call to action is where you connect with your audience. So nobody in their right mind is going to go on stage and do a talk without telling them, if you guys want to connect with me further, you got to DM me, or you put up a QR code. A QR code, thank me later. Nobody who, if you're really known, you don't need to do it. But if you are on your way up, believe me, I do it in every talk. It doesn't matter how famous I get, wherever I'm at, however many millions of people that know me, I still do this. I will put up a QR code on the screen like this. So I will literally throw up my QR code and say, you guys, if you've enjoyed today, you want to learn how to accelerate your authority and come to my in-person mastermind and get with me in person and see my tiny little 5'4" self, and you want to get to know me more, get that QR code right now. Get that QR code. Oh, I can see Hannah's done it over here. Yay, Maisie's doing it. David's doing it. Amazing, you're doing it. Amazing. Hands up if you've done it. Talk to the audience. We're going to come to questions in a minute, but tell them, here's the QR code. Make sure that they see that on the board. They understand to get that, scan it on their phone right there and then. You want to get their data. You want to get their name, their number, their email address. You want to be able to contact them afterwards and give them something, but you're going to give them something. Always remember this. What are you giving in exchange for their email address? What are you giving in exchange for that? Never just ask for something empty-handed. Always give in exchange for something. So here's the QR code, and you're gonna give a free program in exchange for their email address. And so they want to sign up. You could do that anytime after 75% of the way through your talk, you can do that. So up it goes onto the screen, a beautiful QR code, or you could just dial this number, text me on this number, 917-672-4905. I think that's my text number. My God, I think that's actually my text number. So when you do that number, that you're gonna receive messages from us weekly. When you get that, when you text that number, we're gonna send affirmations out to you. I'm gonna let you know what I've got coming up all the time before anybody else. That's why you wanna dial that number, right? So you put up your number up there. Do you understand? So you want to give them a freebie to get them engaged for the next level. Yeah, does that make sense? You always connect with them. Okay, let's go to questions. When you are on stage, you never just make it a one-way dialogue and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. You make it a two-way dialogue. So you keep a nice big smile on your face for as much as you can. And here we go. You ask them things. Who here is feeling whatever it is? Raise your hand. Who here is feeling amazing? Raise your other hand. Boom. In a second, I'm going to tell you about interactive exercises, but for now, I'm doing questions. On questions right here, you're literally going to say, so who feels like they understand press, but they don't know how to get it yet? Raise your hand. Who is ready to elevate their authority and get known by millions of people? Say yes. You want people to say yes and commit to you and commit to themselves. You want them to be engaged. So you ask them questions throughout, whatever you're doing. Who else feels like that? Do you feel like it? Say yes. You want the audience to be screaming your name. So maybe you can do things where you say, stand up if you feel that. Yeah, okay, good, sit down. Get people engaged and off their butt. When they sit on their butt and they watch like this, they might fall asleep. However good your speech is, or they may sit on their phone. Now, don't ever be distracted when people go on their phones. Don't be distracted when somebody sits and they just start writing down things, and they're probably writing great notes about you. Or maybe they're on their phone downloading your new product or Googling you. Don't be distracted by it. Just know people have things, or they've got to urgently text the nanny, their wife, whatever it might be. So never be distracted by it. And if people get up and leave, that's not usually about you. They probably just need the bathroom. So don't worry, never worry. The other day I was on stage, and this woman, I was talking about how I got to where I am now and how many times I've fallen down, and everyone was like, yes. And this woman just got up and walked out, and I thought she was, because it was a very intimate audience, there was only a couple of hundred people there, and I thought she was getting up to leave because she didn't believe in what I was saying. And for some weird reason on stage, I remember this. I'm telling you about it now because I remember it. But 5 minutes later, or however many minutes later, she walked back in smiling and sits down. She probably just needed the bathroom. Don't be offended by things that you see in the room. It's usually nothing to do with you. So just remember that, because I don't want anyone to be disheartened when a moment like that happens. Make sense? I want you to think about this. If you have never been on stage before, do you think it's a good idea to go out there in front of 3,000 people? Probably not. How can you get more practice and be better at your craft? Well, I'll tell you what you do. You get on virtual stages on Zoom. You start speaking in small events locally to you where you can speak to 50, 100 people. You start speaking at smaller gigs so you can get the, practice under your belt. If you do that, you have a chance of actually building your knowledge, building your confidence. So by the time you go out there in front of a massive audience, you're ready and you're pumped up. Make sure that you do not just start diving out there in front of thousands when you're not pre-prepared. Practice on Zoom, practice at dinners, start getting your confidence up. A lot of introverts are some of the best speakers in the world. Jim Quick, one of my great friends, he is the #1 brain coach in the world, and he is the biggest introvert. But he is one of the best speakers I've ever seen in my life on stage, and I've spoken on stage with him numerous times. He's one of those people. You actually don't know how someone's going to be when they come out on stage, but that's why I'm saying you set that tone. You choose that character that you're going to be. Be you. Be it until you become it. Name of my book, as you guys know, Be It Until You Become It. I talk all about this and the journey of how to be it till you become it in the book. But that's another thing. If you've got a book and you go out on stage to 5,000 people, 3,000 people, even 1,000 people, that's 1,000 more people who know about your book. And then you can tell them, if you guys want to get a copy of this, you can buy it at any local bookstore. Or at the end of today, I'm going to be doing a book signing, so you can get a copy of this at the back. I'm going to be giving away 100 copies for free. I'll be giving to them, you guys, and I'm going to be signing them at the back right after this. And now 100 new people are in a queue waiting to get a book from you. Isn't that amazing? And now you can meet your fans. I spend time when I come off stage with my fans. I literally go after I come off the stage and I go and spend time with them. I go and sit with them, and I go and I stand and, I stand by something. Someone gets one picture and I'm there for 3 hours. The queue can go for hours, and I put that time in. You'll build to that. You'll get to that where people are wanting your moment just for one moment with you. You'll build to that too. But for now, take all this on board. Get practicing. I want you to go to a mirror. Your homework for today is go to a mirror. I want you to stand in front of that mirror, and I literally want you, every time you catch yourself in front of that mirror, I want you to go, hello, hey, Vegas, what's up? Or whatever country in your mind, your city you're speaking in. Hey, what's up? How are you today, you guys? How are we feeling? I want you to just go in your bathroom, sit in front of the mirror, and just do the opening part of your talk, and then we're gonna do the thank you and goodbye. So you just literally tell them, hey guys, what's up? Every time you walk past the mirror, start practicing, hello, welcome. Every time I see stairs, I literally walk down it, and in my mind I'm rehearsing it, because when you rehearse it, your brain doesn't know whether it's happened or not. It stores it as a memory, and then it has no choice but to bring it to fruition in the quantum field right now. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. I hope you've taken notes. I hope you press rewind. Thank you so much. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. You have a huge surprise coming up next week. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. See you soon. Bye.